The concept of fallen angels is one of the most captivating stories in human history. Beings who were once celestial, radiant, and pure, yet fell from grace. Across cultures and religions, they symbolize rebellion, temptation, knowledge, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. But who were they? Where did these stories come from? And why do they still fascinate us today? Before religious texts codified fallen angels, myths around the world told stories of divine beings who defied the gods. In Mesopotamian myths, figures like the Apkallu, or rebellious spirits, warned of knowledge and hubris. In Greek mythology, titans like Prometheus disobeyed the Olympians, bringing fire and knowledge to humans, an act both punished and revered. In these early myths, the fall is symbolic. Beings who bridge the divine and mortal realms challenge the established cosmic order, often suffering consequences. The fall represents a complex mix of rebellion, wisdom, and punishment, an archetype that transcends any single culture. In Judaism, the Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish text, expands on Genesis with stories of the Watchers, angels who descended to earth, mated with humans, and taught forbidden knowledge. Their fall is both moral and cosmic, affecting humanity. In Christianity, fallen angels became synonymous with Satan and demons. Tradition holds that Lucifer, the light bringer, led a revolt in heaven and was cast down. The rebellion became a symbol of pride, temptation, and eternal separation from God. In Islam, the story differs slightly. Iblis, sometimes called a jinn, refused God's command to bow to Adam. Here, the fall is rooted in disobedience, but angels themselves do not sin. This distinction highlights cultural variations in the concept of divine beings. Historically, from the 2nd to the 1st century BCE, Jewish apocalyptic literature, such as the Book of Enoch and the Dead Sea Scrolls, spread these stories. By the 4th and 5th century CE, early Christian theologians like Augustine framed fallen angels as the root of evil in the world. Fallen angels are more than myth. They carry deep symbolic meaning. They represent rebellion and free will, the courage and risk of challenging authority, even divine authority. They embody forbidden knowledge, the pursuit of wisdom or curiosity that may carry consequences. They reflect the duality of good and evil, a reminder that morality is never simple or absolute. Throughout literature, art, and culture, fallen angels have fascinated humanity. Dante's Divine Comedy and Milton's Paradise Lost dramatize the fall, exploring pride, ambition, and tragedy. In modern media, they appear as anti-heroes or misunderstood beings, symbolizing struggle, loss, and the possibility of redemption. The fascination continues because fallen angels represent our inner battles, the tension between who we are and who we aspire to be. In today's world, fallen angels can serve as a metaphor for human experience. They remind us of moments of temptation and moral choice, of pursuits of ambition that challenge our limits, and of the lessons learned from failure or rebellion. Their stories remind us that falling is part of growth. Pain, mistakes, and even rebellion can lead to wisdom, insight, and transformation if we approach them consciously. Fallen angels have traveled from ancient myths to religious scripture, literature, and modern storytelling. They embody our fears, our curiosity, and our desire to understand the balance between light and darkness. By studying them, we see reflections of ourselves, our struggles with pride, rebellion, knowledge, and the search for meaning. The next time you hear their story, remember that even in falling, there is a lesson and perhaps a path to redemption.